up against the Ravens.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Between the Toronto Huskies and the Baltimore Ravens. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now a handoff looking right. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Garoppolo on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Ravens. 46 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme so he doesn't get hit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Now a play fake here on first down. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Wentz to throw on second down. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Red zone opportunity. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And it's third down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch. But underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get. Because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction and you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
There's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. From the gun, it's Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now they try the right side here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This fielded at the 2. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is fielded at the goal line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Garoppolo looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now set. Down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Let's go.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
third and long. It's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. If you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. They run the counter now on 1st down. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And what a big-time play there. 45 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch, and it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way. You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Wentz going to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. On fourth down, McDaniel. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
And sometimes pride wins, doesn't it? Because, yes, they're getting steamrolled here right now. They're down big, and they're going to try a fake field goal against them. Yeah, I'm not supposed to root, but good for them for stopping that one and showing that they haven't given up on this game.
Yeah, I just can't believe, though, that they tried the fake with this wide of a margin up that big. But like you said, kudos to the D. Yeah,
if the blood wasn't bad before,
it is now.
It might have started that way now. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's brought in by Doxson. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Play action, Garoppolo. A deep ball for Dotson. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. In not great starting field position here for the offense. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's Wentz. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Play action. Now Wentz. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands, That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fresh set of downs here. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A deep ball for Dotson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Throwing now is Wentz. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Green.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go. Blue landing.
first down throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it with Johnson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Johnson, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Wentz now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joe Schobert, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And then he goes with a juke. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one down to the 10. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw is Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joe Schobert in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Defense showing blitz. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got them another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception #1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it.
So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
Garoppolo, Denzel Perryman in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. And this offense on third down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. He finds Coleman. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Wentz now to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's third down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Garoppolo looks to throw, and he comes back with one complete. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Garoppolo now. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Brandon, it's funny, isn't it? Oftentimes when we get with these offensive coordinators, they always talk about the word balance. Well, sometimes you take balance and just throw it out the window. Sometimes balance is...
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Denzel Perryman in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Ravens send their punter out now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's Johnson. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. And the play clock's running down. They go to Johnson again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now, standing just about on his own goal line. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Yeah, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice gain.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, that's Doyle. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's fielded at the 34. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Shift together here from the D-line. Garoppolo on 1st down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
No chance at all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is fielded at the 7. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Watch tight end. You got three down. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Double tight. 3 down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. That's Njoku over the middle. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch right.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Time right. 3 down.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Toronto, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter.